Hey everybody, Pastor Dale here. With this video, I wanted to do a couple of things. First of all, I wanted to thank all those of you that stopped to remember my birthday yesterday. Thank you for your kind comments, remarks. I mentioned to Nancy that I feel way overloved, and you made me feel very special, and I thank you. Those of you that did not write, remember that that was probably my last birthday. So how do you feel? I hope you'll evaluate your life choices and think better next time, although there's not going to be a next time. Seriously, I didn't think I was going to make it this far. Surprised to be here now at the end of August. Don't know how much time I have left. Don't care. Not interested in dragging things out. Be happy to go when the Lord's timing comes. Hopefully it will be soon, because this is kind of unpleasant. The other thing I wanted to do, besides thanking all those of you who've been so kind to Nancy and me and our family, is to answer the question, how am I? Many people ask, how are you? How are you doing? Questions like that. Of course, the short answer is fine. The accurate answer is great by God's grace. The slightly longer answer is great by God's grace, except for this darn ALS, which His grace covers nonetheless. But for those of you who are interested in some detail, here's a little more detail. And this, I think, would be of interest for those of you who are going through ALS or know someone who is. As an ALS victim, I'm interested in the progress the disease takes in other people. They say it's different in everyone. Here's the way it's progressing with me. Of course, I was diagnosed about 2 years ago this month, and in that time, I've lost the ability to walk pretty much. I can get up and I could walk over to that rock and back, but it'd be at a 90-degree angle. And I'm pretty unsteady. So far, thankfully, I haven't fallen. I'm thankful because wherever I fall, that's where I'm going to be until somebody can get over here and help Nancy pick me up. And until that happens, I won't be able to breathe. I can't breathe unless I'm sitting up, and it's difficult. I spend 70 or 80% of every 24 hours on my ventilator. And, oh, that feels good. Forcing air in, helping it out of my lungs. It's not oxygen, it's just room air working the way that my lungs can't. My lungs are fine, it's the muscles that help them open and close that are the problem. Talking is growing more difficult. Many times I go to speak and there's no sound. That's becoming more and more common. And when I do talk like this, it pretty quickly begins to hurt up here. I've lost almost all of my strength. Picking things up, grasping things, I can't hardly hold anything. I'm taking more and more of my nutrition from my tube. I can still eat normally most things, and I do, but just a few bits of food satisfies me. I can't eat very much. I quickly feel full, and when I get full, it makes it even harder to breathe. So that has the effect of really stunting my appetite. I want to share something with you, ALS friends, that has been hugely helpful. At this point of the video, I'm going to be talking about pooping. So if you don't want that to be a part of your remembrance of me for the rest of your life, this would be a good place to stop the video. Okay? So, goodbye and thanks for watching. For the rest of you, I want to address the subject of gas and constipation. Besides the breathing, those have been the two most difficult parts of my journey with ALS. Months back, I was fighting a real battle with gas, which of course has been a source of great humor all my life, but boy, there was nothing funny about it when I was really struggling with gas. I'm wearing that ventilator all those hours, having that air push into me. I'm no respiratory therapist, but I assume that's where so much of this gas, so much gas I could light 2 or 3 homes. And then constipation. ALS affects your muscles, right? And it affects all of them. And so I was fighting this battle between wanting to eat and eating, but then struggling with pooping. So I would use laxatives and things that flow as freely as the Old Man River. And then, of course, I'd have to overcome that problem. And it was just a cycle. Constipation, loose bowels, etc. Anyway, all that to say, I got the best recommendation from another friend, another fellow with ALS. He recommended I get this. This is just the remote control for a BioBidet 2000. It's a toilet top bidet. I had one, but it was a real simple one. I liked it because as you lose your strength and dexterity, personal hygiene becomes a real issue. I was using this cheap bidet and it would clean me, but it wouldn't dry me. So I'd be sitting there going, okay, now what do I do? You'd have to use 3 paper towels to dry off or wait for a good breeze to come through your bathroom for 40 minutes. And anyway, my friend suggested this other one. I think it's the BioBidet 2000. It bolts on to the top of your toilet. It's not cheap. It's like $400, but it works really well. It shoots heated water on your woohoo, and it has like a little blow dryer to help dry you off, so you get really clean. But the secret sauce, the magic, happens right here. This is the money. Do you see the button there? It says Vortex. I call it the Oregon Vortex. Not to be confused with the tourist establishment up the freeway, though I'm sure that's wonderful also. What this is a pressure washer for your butt. And I have found that to be so helpful in eliminating gas and poop. Since I've been using this, I have not had any of those terrible, painful struggles. This has been the best thing. And I should have got it. And why am I doing a video on this? A, because it's been so helpful. And I know there are others who might find it helpful. But also because B, as a man, I was so resistant to the whole bidet thing. It seemed like such a girly deal or a old lady deal. Well, you know, at this juncture of my life, thankfully, I'm almost completely out of pride and need help with things I haven't needed help with since I was a toddler. ALS, like so many ways to die, is very humiliating. And this has been for me because I am able to get to the toilet, sit on the toilet. This has been a huge help. So, men, don't let your pride keep you from availing what might be a great help to you in your continued journey with ALS. Most importantly, of course, is to trust the Lord in all things, so that while we are dying, we have the confidence of knowing that though we die, yet will we live, and get to be with the Lord in the place where there'll be no more tears, no more suffering, no more disease, no more ALS. Just the excitement of an eternity in the new heaven, new earth with Jesus. Well, again, that's my 2 cents. Thank you to those of you who have written, and perhaps something here will be helpful for those of you who are struggling.